I chose to be a bus driver because I was out of work and really needed something. So I said to myself, after somebody suggested driving a bus, I said to myself, what would I like about bus driving? So I thought about it. I know I get on well with people in general, and I know I like driving. So that was the two things that I thought to make the choice to do bus driving. And so I applied. After the training and passing the test and getting into service, I realized it was a good choice because I did enjoy the challenge. I did enjoy even learning the routes. I did most of the routes in Catford Garage in the space of a couple of months. I think I did about 12 routes, and I know more now. Well, some of those buses are gone now, some of those routes, but I enjoyed being a spare driver where we had to do any job that came up. Any driver that was sick, the spare drivers would cover those jobs, and that was very good because it was a varied week. Never knew what to expect. Kept my mind sharp. One of the things I liked about the job was dealing with the people. Seeing different people every day was a great thing. Somebody said to me, "You soon get fed up of that." But up to this day, I'm still 12 years in. I still was fascinated with the different people and the different trips. Every trip is different. So the job is great for me. One downside is the shift work, but my arrangement now is much better. I'm on a school rota and I have less of a variation in my shift. It varies, but it's not as wide as before. I actually enjoy driving the different vehicle types, bus types, from the small midi buses to the double-deckers, the different types of double-deckers. Now we have the new electric buses, and it's another vehicle, another experience. Every vehicle gives you a different experience. So bus driving, the other thing I like about it is the fact that you're out on the road and you're just seeing different things. One of the things that got me a little bit anxious before I started was the stories that bus drivers get assaulted and things like that. And plus, many years ago, when I was in the bus industry as an engineer, I remember hearing about this and seeing a couple things. So I thought that would be a big issue. But what I discovered is that in all the trips that you do and all of the time that you're on the road, if you look at it, you don't get a lot of trouble. You get more smooth days and more complete days of good people than you get, say, people that may challenge you in either they're being rude or just general things. You don't get a lot of those people that, say, for example, would swear at you or would get angry with you, and it's a lot less than people make out. And so I was quite happy to know that I didn't have to worry about those things, and most people I got on with, and people were generally kind and good to me and still are. Funny, there's a guy, I think he's an engineer, he comes on my bus from time to time up in the city. I think he gets off at Bermondsey somewhere. I don't know his name, but he always says hello, and we struck up we struck up a sort of like acquaintance, or sort of kind of just know him through just him coming on the bus. And I think he may have started off by asking me a question one time, and I think from then on I see him and we say hello. And twice once quite a while ago, and recently he gave me a packet of those Polar mints. You know, I remember he gave me just the other day actually. And so over the years I've had different people give me stuff for appreciation. And so the idea that you're going to get a lot of people that's going to be really challenging to you, you know, being rude and that, it's not really true. And even on a route like 136 where people always say, the people they this, the people they that, I find that the majority of people on the 136 route, they're just as good as anyone else. And the thing is, people in the 136 not necessarily only use the 136. So really, if the job is for you, if your personality and your character matches it, it can be a great job. But it's not for everybody. But I would recommend anybody try it and see. All I would like to see is that there is a more careful attention paid to our hours and shift work, and some drastic changes made to make that part of the job better. Other than that, being out and about, especially doing the city route 47, I love going up there. Only time I feel a bit away, the job's difficult, is if I'm tired. But most of the time, especially the daytime jobs for me, it's like being out there, going on trips and taking your friends along with you. That's how I see it. That's how I put my mentality. That's how I see this job. Yes, there are difficult times sometimes. There are some difficult passengers. There are children that come on the bus continuously without their pass. But it's just how you deal with things, how you see things, how you got to sort of say to yourself, this is what I'm doing for so much hours of the day, hours of the year. So I've got to be less stressed as possible. And yes, it's a good job. So join if you want to. Be a bus driver. Why not? It's not an advert, by the way. That came to me just right at the end. That bus driver guy. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you.